Hey guys, so I'm here back with another video. So on today's video, I'm going to be making my daughter some organic yellow corn polenta. So I use this as a substitute for grits because it's healthier. So I'm just going to make a big batch because I'm going to prep this for her breakfast in the morning. Okay, so now that I have the water boiling, I already threw some kosher salt in it, like 2 pinches of salt. I'm going to add in some butter. So I make this just how I would make grits. The only difference is with grits, I usually make it more on the savory side. So I'm not a big person. Some people like sugar in their grits. Some people just like salt, butter, and pepper. I'm the salt, butter, and pepper person. But I do put a sprinkle of salt, like just a dash, like, you know, just to balance out the flavors. But for my daughter, I do put in some, I don't know if you can see this, some stevia, just to give it it's zero, as you see, 0 calorie sweetener, so it's healthier for her. And I just add a couple of teaspoons of that. Okay, so I have my water boiling, put my salt in. I have my fire on high right now until it comes to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to add the polenta in, and once that comes to boil, I'm going to turn the fire down on low, and then we're going to place a lid on top of it. Okay, but I also add in milk. This is my preference. I actually add milk to my grits, so I also add it to her polenta. To me, it just makes it creamy, adds more flavor. And if you're a person who is lactose intolerant or just prefer not to put milk, you don't have to put milk. It'll still taste just as good. This is just my preference. Okay, so now I'm going to let this come to a boil. And let's add in the stevia. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's good. Okay. Oops, sorry guys. I almost dropped the spoon. All right. And then I'm just going to stir this up. And this is just so easy. So like in the morning when it's time for her breakfast, everything is prepped. What I do is I freeze them. So I place all of them in little small containers like this, as you will see me do later on. And I put them in the freezer. So when it's time to prep her, you know, next couple of days, I'll take it out and you'll see how I section it, you know, out of this whole container when I make one. And I like when it's frozen and it gets defrosted because it's collided. So it's easy to just, I slice it in 4. So I just slice it in 4. And then I'll add some eggs, a little bit of eggs in each container. And then that's her breakfast. And she eats that with either a kale waffle or a spinach waffle, depending on what she wants. Well, not what she wants, but what I decide to give her. Yeah, so let's let this come to a boil. And then we'll be back putting in the polenta. Okay guys, so as you see, it's nice and hot. So now I'm just going to place inside my polenta. All right. I will have in the description how much I used, and you know how much you should put in your recipe. Depending on how much you want to make is how much you will use. You also could follow the instructions in the back of the bag. Okay, so I'm gonna place this in. So this is like 1/4 of the bag. And make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Show some love, share the video, like the video, you know, so I can help me build my following so that I can continue to show you more recipes like this and other interesting recipes I'll be making in the near future. Okay, so as you see, it's inside. I'm going to place a little bit more, okay? And you can find this polenta in your, I'm sure, your local supermarket. I got these from Whole Foods. Bob's Red Hill brand. He has so many different things. that I do like. And even if you want to get, like, say, the organic grits and not do polenta, you can do that as well. I like polenta because polenta is just corn. It's literally just corn. Okay, try to get this bag open. Okay, let me get this bag open. Okay, I got it open. I'm just add a little bit more, not too much. All right, and now I'm going to stir it up. Now you see it's like, you see the boil now. And when you're making polenta or grits or whatever you choose to make, you always have to stir. Okay, so like I'm gonna let this, what you see is as it's coming in, because as you continue to stir it, you can use a spoon. You also can use you know, the stir, the mixer, the hand mixer you can use, and that helps it too to get that blend. So I have one right here. You're just gonna stir it. It's nice and blended. I'm gonna turn my fire down on low now and add my lid to it and just let it cook. You should check it in about a good, I'm gonna say 8 minutes. Okay guys, so it's getting thicker. I'm just going in. As you see, it's nice and creamy. You don't want chunks inside of your polenta or your grits. You just want it to be nice and smooth. So this is my first, you know, blended it around. And then I'm going to put my lid back on. Turn my lid, put the lid back on and let it cook, okay? Then you check it maybe in another, let's say 6 minutes, and then from there you should be good. You don't have to go back in and stir it again and towards when it's almost done. Okay guys, so this is how your polenta should look. You see it's nice and creamy. It's done. Cook this for about 30 minutes, and now I'm going to prep it inside of the bowls. Hey guys, so I have the polenta prepped in each container. I was able to make 9 containers, which is awesome. And what I usually do is I slice them in 4. So when it goes in the freezer, it becomes solid, like one block, and then I slice it in 4. And you guys will see that in a later video on how I do that. But this is it. This is how you prep polenta, and it's just easy for yourself, for your children. Even if you do grits or anything that you may want to use it for, it's just easier to do it this way. All right, so all done, and you will see in the description how I made everything. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.